Anyone thinking they're not a dynasty is delusional. They are obviously a dynasty.
Major 2 in Texas has just concluded, and FaZe has once again dominated on LAN. They are now on a 3P, including the Esports World Cup, proving they're the best team in multiple titles. Could we be witnessing a new dynasty in Call of Duty esports? So let's look at how they reached the grand finals and how the tournament unfolded in Allen, Texas. To start day 1, Optic were awarded their rings from the 2024 season on their home turf, with Kenny getting extra love from the crowd after being dropped. Tadashi found himself in a predicament, getting his ring stuck on his finger and making a trip to the ER to get it removed. But day 1 was nothing short of a day of dominance, with nearly 3-0s in every series, including a few upsets along the way. To start the day, Vancouver carried over their performance online to LAN, beating Gwyn, who seems to be much better online so far. Map 1 set the tone for the event.
Now pressure back over the Ravens. Vivid gonna try to hit the routes. Noel just needs his teammates to stay alive, but the problem is they're not. 3 more seconds needed. Someone has to contest. It's a jump through catwalk. It will not matter. Surge win map 1.
And Surge went on to advance in the winners bracket. A momentum-filled Cloud9 took on a strong Toronto Ultra team on main stage next, and it was bound to be close throughout the whole thing. Attach set the tone early.
My goodness! Cloud9 are in! They've got numbers! Toronto just need 2 points! Can they find a break? It's a 3v3 over the top of the time! Trades back and forth! Attempts! Lock it down! Oh my goodness! A barn burner map number 1!
And Cloud9 proved to have the clutch factor in a close round 11.
Coming from the front. But Crimp, he doesn't have a sub. He just has the AR. What's this timing gonna look like?
He's waiting for his teammates from Spire before he drops down. Just make a little noise and out turn.
Wow, there it is. Now we get in. Joe DeCene's trying to find the trade. A couple of tags are in. Here comes the follow-up from Attach and Civ, though. Insight finds the first, gets the other. Now it's just not Civ for the 1v1! Oh, it's Civ again! Coming up clutch at the end of a map!
Closing out Ultra quickly in an intense 3-0, and Crimp started crashing out again. Despite Abuza's bold prediction,
You guys hope to play next Thieves or Breach? I mean, it's going to be Thieves.
LAT struggled in round 1 against Boston Breach, who came out with something to prove. Hydra did what he could.
Contested. Cammy is going to be the red dot on the minimap now. Awakening joining him on Hydra. Cleans up pair. Can he get the 3rd? He can indeed.
But it just wasn't enough. Cammy played like his career was on the line, and passion is an understatement. Snoopy was unstoppable in the hardpoint and helped bring them across the finish line. Boston won the map 4 with an upset no one saw coming, and they were getting loud.
Is that?
Sending LA Thieves to the losers bracket. Atlanta FaZe finished off Rocker and day 1 with a dominant performance. The comms were flowing. And Rocker couldn't keep up. Draza ended day 1 as the KD leader with a 1.39, and by the end of it, Paul X was begging for mercy while FaZe made short work of them. And in day 2, we had 5 matches in the losers bracket, so if you lose, you go home. Miami had their best placement in their team's history, but round 1 was against LA Thieves, who had something to prove to bounce back from day 1, and Miami was ready to fight, taking the map 1 from them.
And Heretics are on time! They find the final kills! Off time we go! They relieve the pressure! And a very
Rencor is improving with each event.
Now, Thieves in full control. Scrap, though, gives one away. So with 2v3, Rancor, though, overwhelmed. Rancor kills them all.
But it wasn't enough to get him across the finish line. Thieves continued their control dominance and knocked Miami out early in the hardpoint. The setups facing each other turned out to be the real MVP of the tournament, and I hope that we can keep it like this for future events, because the clips out of this were top tier. Carolina Ravens had a first round bye against the Falcons, who continued to struggle against the pro teams, and that continued this weekend. At this point, they just got to put Clayster in the roster. Let's see this man return to the CDL. But the moment we were all waiting for for on day 2 was seeing the new Optic squad play on their home turf with Skies. The green wall was ready and getting loud for the home team, and Rocker had their work cut out for them. Optic came out strong in a closely contested hardpoint.
Nero, here we go, 5 more seconds, the comeback is on. Optic is different in front of this crowd. Can they win it? They do.
Skies was soaking the hill time while the trio went to work. Shotzzy was getting into form in the S&D.
For his teammate, he's just looking the wrong way. Shotzzy, he's got 7, can he find 8? There it is.
The Shotzzy takeover. Just over 20 seconds to go. Good damage in. They isolate him, but time's still ticking on Shotzzy to close, and he is the closer.
And Optic took an early lead to start the tournament. And Rocker's worst nightmare came true as Optic knocked him out in a 3-0 DoorDash, and Skies was getting love from the crowd and did his first interview in an Optic jersey.
I feel like I always use the word vibes, but I feel like I have good comms. I'm like always directing them. And I feel like recently in scrims, even though it's been like 3-4 days, I've been really good at adapting to what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Like for example, I've been faster in scrims recently, but then right there, they're just killing everything.
Also, be sure to check out my recent video on Skies. It'll be the first link in the description and goes more into depth about how he actually ended up on this roster and gives a little backstory to this matchup. Despite facing some serious adversity in day 1, Ultra bounced back with their tournament on the line. LAG mates struggle to find their consistency, but they continue to prove that they have the talent but can't finish when it matters.
Yet, so wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. The bomb does not get planted. The time ticking away, and now the rookie in the 1v1 for the round. Lunas, what a moment that is!
They knocked out LAG mates in a close 3-0 series.
To get right back in this series, and Joe to seize in a day 1 corner.
Day 1, 3-piece! Oh my word! Oh my goodness, down to Lunas now! We test the rookie's resolve in a round 11. And stunned up. Ultra now maneuver for the kill, and they complete the comeback.
And Beans has been playing some of his best COD of the season so far. And then to cap off day 2, Carolina matched up against LA Thieves. And map 1 was just a preview of what was to come.
Nothing their side either. They're just camping, brother.
Yeah, two outside.
Too close. Wait in session. Two on close. Open, weak.
I have the right.
Open, weak. Push on short. 2 on time. You might be running a mid.
Right then.
Nice one now.
I got time.
Already mid. Outer trees. Outer trees. One outer trees. One white.
Weak. Throw that back.
On the God 80
They're spawning in the back.
2 on the back. They're all spawning in the back.
Yeah, one front somewhere.
Elbow. No. Elbow cat. Cat 2 in the back. Cat 2 in the back. Cat set for now. 1 over 3 front. Roll shot. Cat. One shot. Cat first guy. Nice.
Scrap was back to his trash talking ways, and Hydra was making some jaw-dropping plays along the way.
Now making his way forward. Can they clear off the ability to clean up? Oh, how about this through mid door? Just down to Hydra! Holy cow!
Scrap even made sure to troll them with an RCXD.
Able to clean up one. Scrap. It's just waiting. No way, dude. RCXD is going to clean it up.
And the series was pretty much over after this. Another 3-0 to cap off the day, and a nice way to lower Nadeshot's blood pressure for now. By the end of the day, Shotzzy was at the top of the KD leaders as they were putting in work against Rocker, and things were heating up for day 3. We saw 5 matches on day 3, and to start the day, we had Toronto versus Optic Texas. Now they were back on the main stage and started the day off high.
Don't want to get naded initially out, and they find every single kill towards Top Cat. 3-for-1 trade. Already Optic Texas controlling a majority of the map. Shotzzy getting aggressive. This is the perfect start for the green wall.
Yeah, and I really like this, kind of, again, what we were talking about. We've seen moments where Optic get a little bit too far forward. This time it's, let's feel out
But Toronto kept their composure and locked in for the rest of the game, completely flipping the script on the green wall. In Sky's first clutch situation with Optic to save the game, he wasn't able to beat Ben Beans.
Puts the clock in play. Skies a couple of shots through. Wilson rotation back. What does Beans choose to do? He's got both weapons to play with. Here comes Skies. Slide on over. Beans has seen it. Over the top of the head. What a win from Beans. And that'll be
and Beans made sure to let them know. And then in a very winnable control, Optic fumbled, showing that their teamwork needs major improvements, and they got a lot of work to do heading into Major 3. Now, I kind of predicted this to happen, especially with the recent change, but now they have time to get some real practice in. For now, they exit the tournament with a top 8 finish in front of the home crowd. Surge and Breach kept the day rolling with an incredible map 1.
Locking it down once again. The final few seconds. Snoopy, can you save this moment? The answer is yes. Reinforcements now arrive. Abuza has been overwhelmed. Trades are done. 0-4 on time. A 1v1. Purge stays alive. Here comes Nasty. A stick.
One more wave of kills. This is it. The last square up on the time. Boston are here. Vancouver swarming.
Still finding kills all over the place. Snoopy on the pinch. Gets it. Stays alive. 10 seconds for the win.
This is it. This is it.
5 to go. Cammy. Purge. Everywhere you look, kills going their way. They've done it. Oh my God.
And despite a 47 kill game from Neptune, Surge drowned, but bounced back into game 2 as Nasty called game.
See in the middle of the map. Can he stay alive? Purge now on bodyguard duty.
They just don't know where he is. You're looking for the read. What's the timing? And Nasty's gotten it. Gets the player off and times it perfectly. Nasty seals the deal.
Following this, Surge proved to be the better team and won the control and the hard point to advance in the winners bracket. Next, we seen Cloud9 match up against FaZe in a map where they had a lot to prove, and map 1 did not disappoint.
Through mid from Attach. They're holding it. They're dealing with it. Attach is going to fall. Now you take the numbers. Here they go to burst onto the point with the utility end up hitting. Crimp can't deal with one. Busting through is Atlanta FaZe. It is far too clean, and that should seal the map. FaZe.
Stellian was talking reckless this weekend and made sure Cloud9 knew how he felt. A BZ showed out in map 2, but Cloud9 shook FaZe a bit with a dominant 3-0 on the control, but FaZe took this personally, and Simp shut C9 down real quick.
Attach spawn out, which kind of hurt him.
No, it certainly did. They did answer back pretty quickly. Didn't seem to cost him a bunch of time, but it hurt him.
And, well, speaking of hurting, it's Simp putting in a hurting as he gets 3 self-finishes off the last. And, well, I talked about the slow start from Simp and Easy. I mean, Simp was basically double negative, but now off of this 5 spree, you're just about back to even the same route, almost the same result.
Ending the map 4 with 40 plus and sending Cloud9 to the losers bracket. Toronto took on Boston Breach, and it was a lopsided matchup off the rip.
Toronto approaching from that kitchen side. They're not going to be ready for it.
Do they have a read? Awakening? No, not the case. Here comes the full flutter on the back. Do they line up for Red Cammy? No, not quite. You got to win this if you're Purge. Here comes the hit from the front. Purge only finds one in Toronto. They fall flat.
Joe is looking like one of the best players in the game right now and made short work of Boston in a 3-0 DoorDash.
Cammy on the other side. These two guys know each other pretty darn well. Does he check in time?
Oh my God.
I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get there in time.
Are going to be able to lock this one up unless an absolute miracle happens.
Yeah.
Boston Breach, unfortunately, are going home.
Play the game! Go win your dog shit!
And then to cap off day 3, LAT played Cloud9 in the final match of losers bracket, and Thieves continued their hardpoint dominance.
What routes do you take to even think about breaking the new time? You go through office, you fall into his hands. Well, there's the first freebie. Everybody else getting funneled through. 2:47 on the clock, and look at this pop-off.
That is that, folks.
Scrap making sure to let them know, and with the controller cam on, Hydra showed out in the S&D.
Should roll through.
Here we go. 1v1. Oh my God!
Calling game in an intense round 11 that could have gone either way.
It's his favorite route. He is gone. Back at it again. Is he going to make this run once more? Man advantage right now for the Thieves. And Hydra moving with such pace. Dances around Sim. Lost man!
LA Thieves win the matchup 3-0, and we're looking ahead to Champ Sunday. By the end of it, Simp was at the top of the KD leaderboard with Joe and Draza not far behind, and the newcomer Neptune is really starting to shine in the CDL. And as we got into Champ Sunday, only 4 teams remain in Texas, and it did not disappoint. So Champ Sunday started with a banger as Ultra played LA Thieves and put them on their back foot by winning map 1.
Scrap finding kills as well. Here come the rest of the boys. Envoy fighting forward, traded out. Ultra with the time and 10 seconds for the win.
they're going to get it. Look, and this is going to be an interesting moment from Ultra. Are they going to stand up, scream, keep it calm and casual? But either way, map number 1 is theirs in dominant fashion.
Beans came to play this weekend and went off in the S&D.
Here we go. Eyes are on, and Beans lives to fight another second. Round 2 on its way.
How often does someone escape the clutches of Scrap?
Dramatic moment for both of our players. Round 2, damage dealt. Beans, you had one.
Despite a closely contested matchup, Ultra took down LA Thieves with a dominant 6-4 win, and Joe started cooking early.
He just gives a big hit, and his teammates keep picking up every other kill. Joe, what a 3!
Might end up being the best, series of his career.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's still going. 7 in a row, 11-2 on a time. Damage into the next man, and you still can't get out of spawn.
Kleenex showed how a true veteran plays in the control.
Now you're going to be forced. You have to get to the zone and win the gunfights from here.
Inside, he goes down as well. Hydra on the capture.
And this is everybody stacked on the point. This is everybody stacked on the point. This would be a 5v13.
Kleenex upstairs, though. It's not over yet. Defense holds. Kleenex, can he get all 4? Tobias Julianson. The nades land.
And Toronto knocked Thieves out of the tournament, and Joe showed some love to his old team. And LA Thieves just had a really underwhelming Champ Sunday. They seem to be complacent, and they have a lot of work to do going forward. We were talking about how they were a super team at the beginning of the season, but they haven't been able to put it together. So Ultra advanced to the losers final to play the loser of FaZe versus Surge. And Surge came out swinging early, and 04 was doing a bit of everything in map 1.
But they're in the hill now. FaZe have to break on through.
Here comes the big break opportunity. A couple players maybe getting through or not. Abuza trying to dip, dive, and snap as he's getting swarmed, but you win the fight again, and that will seal it. Surge striking first and finally able to take
But FaZe climbed back into the series, showing some fight in them on Champ Sunday.
See Abuza. That was a question. Where was Abuza? They find him now. He thinks he tucks in the corner, but he's able to snap out and chow. The call on his weak is another 1 versus 1, and it's another.
The sub duo of 04 and Neptune continued to push the pace, but it wasn't enough to keep up with FaZe in the control. 04 stepped up in game 1, and then Abuza went massive in game 4, taking control of the map and making FaZe's Tiny Terrors go double negative, bringing us to the first game 5 of the entire tournament. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it finally did. FaZe were nothing short of clutch in the final map on Protocol.
There's a detonate as well on the jump down.
He goes, he gets the kill, and he gets out. Bomb does get planted, though. Sim.
Nasty.
He's still
1v1.
low.
Yeah, he thinks he went well.
Nasty's got an AR.
He spotted him, I think. He spotted him.
Tags in, Nasty's in trouble. He lost the 1v1 to Abizi, and now Simp puts him down. Another 1v1 clutch for FaZe, and it's got him up 2-1.
Trying to get in fire to get him out.
They're thinking they can isolate one. They've got Neptune at the box. The help is going to be from bottom. And they're able to catch him. There's the first blood. Of course, it's Abizi. 4v3 numbers now. Over to Atlanta FaZe. And I love the transition over there. You're thinking we're top middle. Oh, they're going to drop down. Is it trade there? It's not. What a play for 04. But you're able to sandwich it. Sell. Finds the end. Here we go. Tags in, but not able to rip him. Finds a sub, though.
That'll help.
Could change it. Tries to go vertical. It's all on Nasty. Gets one, but we're done. FaZe clutch up in the round 11, and they've got a
and found themselves in the grand finals. Kason started crashing out, and Surge now had to play Ultra in losers finals. And despite the FU Draza chance, he was locked in and ready to prove everyone wrong.
11 throughout the entire weekend, game 5. What was it like going out through those last few rounds?
I mean, it was feeling great. No, it's all good. We're good. It was feeling great. I got the blood 4-5, I think, to go 5-5. Tyler called the slow play 5-5. He's seen the guy trap boat, and then we just made plays because that's what we do. Too icy. Too icy.
But before that, we got to the losers finals where Neptune started the series hot and gave Ultra some of the most polite trash talking that we've seen in the CDL.
Here comes the break for the front attack. Kleenex for 1, but there's It's just down to Joe to see. Can he find the kills he needs? No, it's Neptune for 2. Neptune in total, finding 3 for the break. No one from Ultra's gonna come back in Vancouver.
Go Heartbreaker! Go are terrible. You are terrible. Beats, why are you smiling before the match? Look at me.
Surge was flowing, and after a map 2, Beans made sure to bark back.
Do not talk to me. Do not you want talk to me. Hey, hello, awful. Don't look at me, awful.
He was feeling good and was ready to get back into the game. It was another banger map 3.
Way to stop the clock. 3 seconds on the clock. Joe trying to make his way in. Can't stay comfortable on the point, but the tick of progress is still coming through. They're still on. They're still on. No more. Can you save the day? Not quite, but Neptune finds the kill to 1v1. Neptune.
Which called for some more trash talk from the side of Surge. Beans took that personal, but Surge clutched up when it mattered.
Everyone working their way from Lambo's side. You just contest it, force them to overextend a little bit, and the 2 initial kills go your way. Now it's on Mr. Beans. Beat down good enough. Pistol up, running out of ammo. Give me number 3.
Last attempt would have to be from the front. Nasty's the one holding on top of Lambo. 2:45 and counting. Beans able to find one. Here comes the final sprint forward as best as they possibly can, but it's all right in the kill feed in Vancouver.
And earned their spot in the grand finals for a rematch against Atlanta FaZe. Now, despite this really great losers final series, the grand finals was pretty underwhelming to say the least, and FaZe were dominant throughout the whole thing.
The kills. FaZe have not been able to win a hard point in this matchup, but they're so close to doing it now. Map 1 to FaZe. And this grand final.
FaZe made short work of Surge in map 1, and Celium called game in map 2.
First blood. 30 seconds though, a very odd round with all the cars on the map. Abizi though, gonna get there for the trade. Cell 8 to Cell 9. He calls game.
Celium was even trash talking off the stage in between maps.
Terrible. Holy. You are what are you doing?
And he was oozing with confidence and couldn't be stopped. Surge started showing some life.
Okay, maybe that trip. If this is Rocker, I think maybe that trip, that one play. And suddenly that team is a different beast, but still, maybe that little effort gets some fire.
Another one?
Yeah, here we go. Triple into triple. Neptune. Dancing in front. Okay, here we go.
They're powering up.
They're powering up. Gets all forward as Neptune. You were down about 100, but hold up a second.
But at this point, it was too late, and FaZe dominated the finals to secure a 3-peat. Celium had the highest KD in CDL history with a 1.72 and earned the MVP for the tournament. And Draza let the rest of the league know that it's just getting too easy.
I mean, at this point, it's just getting boring. Like, 3 back-to-back. Are we serious?
So just like that, Atlanta FaZe walk away with another LAN championship, a clean sweep in the grand finals, a record-setting performance from Celium, and a 3-peat that puts the entire league on notice. From Optic's emotional homecoming, to Bean's trash talk, to FaZe silencing the Surge in front of a packed crowd in Texas, this major had a little bit of everything. But now the real question is, can anyone stop FaZe heading into Major 3? And are we seeing a new dynasty in the making? This just goes to show that LAN is still undefeated, and I wish we had more LAN tournaments, but we're moving back online for Major 3. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my recent video where I talked about how Skies ended up on Optic Texas. It should be on the screen right now, or it'll be the first link in the description. But with that said, that caps off Major 2 in Texas, and I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.